feel out of the loop because you don't know what Gravity Falls is and all of a sudden everybody's talking about it? Hi, my name's RealSlimKatie25 and I'm here to help, okay? We're going to get into why is Gravity Falls trending right now? This show came out like 10 years ago. It was 2 seasons. It was a very short show that premiered on Disney and Disney XD. It's an animated series that follows 2 twins. They go to stay with their uncle in a small like tourist trap over the summer, and some weird things start to happen. So, I'm not going to do a huge deep dive into this. I'm just here to explain the situation to anybody who's like, what the fuck is going on? If you want something like that, there's a lot of amazing creators on TikTok who are decoding messages and doing all of the things. But right now, I'm just trying to fill in the folks who are feeling a little lost behind here, okay? So, Gravity Falls was known for being a show with a lot of lore. And if I'm speaking a little too Gen Z for you, it's just a show that left a lot to the fans. A la way back when you'd have to listen to Little Orphan Annie and use message decoders to find out things and do stuff like that. This show gives a lot to the fans to think about. When the show was originally airing, at the end of each show, there would be a secret message that fans had to decode and decipher to like give you hints as to what was happening. At the surface level, the show could just be taken in episode by episode, but once you kind of figure out who the big bad is, Bill Cipher, there's a lot more that people go dig through and search through. And that's what the show is mainly like known for, is like being a lot of people's first like big hyperfixation, at least of Generation Z, because there's like so much to unpack and really analyze about this. So, recently, there have been a lot of rumors going around. Will there be a Gravity Falls Season 3? Now I'm just going to get to the meat of this. Alex Hirsch, the creator of Gravity Falls, was very, very specific from the very beginning, saying that he did not want this to be like a long, drug-out TV show that felt like it was going to nowhere. He just wanted this to be a very clear story of one summer from the beginning, middle, and end. However, a lot of fans point out that he's been sowing seeds for this to continue for a long time, okay? Disney has just published The Book of Bill. We're going to get into spoiler territory here, so if you don't want any spoilers for Gravity Falls, go ahead and click away. Gravity Falls ends with this crazy speech. I really wish I could link it in here or something. Bill Cipher is the big bad, without explaining, kind of an evil force that transcends time and place, and he is believed to be dead. However, the Book of Bill proves that he is still alive. Explained by Alex Hirsch, the Book of Bill is Bill. It is his consciousness, and proof that he is still alive. They talk about it's like a Schrodinger's cat scenario. If you're not familiar with Schrodinger's cat, it's the idea of if you put a live cat into a box and you leave it there until you decide to open the box, the cat is both dead and alive, because you have like an equal amount of proof that the cat is alive versus the cat is dead. So the book talks about he's taken to like an intergalactic high security prison. He's like absolute max security, will never be allowed to leave. They think he's past rehabilitation. And it proves that he is genuinely out to get Dipper and Mabel. There is more there. And that the timeline that we see Gravity Falls in the show is the only timeline in which they are allowed to live. And all of the episodes where he's trying to foil them are different realities in which they have died in the past. How fucking crazy is that? How fucking crazy is that? So, leading up to this, there was a website. Seuss was standing next to a like timer. It was counting down to something, and then it malfunctioned. And now we have the Book of Bill website, which kind of acts as like a chat AI, I suppose, where you type messages into it and it says something back. And maybe AI is not the right thing, but like very specific responses. It is giving messages and codes within the Book of Bill itself. There's lots of codes and messages for fans to decipher, which begs a question: is there going to be a season 3? Allegedly, Alex Hirsch has been quote, in talks. This was reported by Deadline, a news site that is fairly reputable. But with how like firm he's been in the past, it's like, why? What's the point? Doesn't really make any sense. But we'll see. Why would Disney publish this whole book with secret codes and layers and layers and layers of lore if they weren't intending to capitalize on this further? And that's just from a business perspective. I don't know why they would put money, time, and stock into an IP that they're not going to continue to utilize. I mean, and it's truly, it's been dead for 10 years. And by dead, I mean it has a cult following. It was definitely popular when I was of the age to watch it. But I mean, still since then, it's got kind of a cult following. But why now? Why now if they are not intending to move forward with something? You'll see a lot of rumors that these are all confirmed things. There is nothing confirmed. But the fact that they're leaving this live website with codes for the public to decode, I don't know. To me, it feels like, if not, like, what a shitty move. And I don't think the creators would sign on to do this if there wasn't an end in sight or a point to that. Because Alex Hirsch, I just believe, would not do that to his fans. Now, perhaps that's my parasocial relationship with creators, that I believe they care about what the fans think of their products and stuff like that, when in reality, sometimes people just need as a paycheck. But this has always felt more than that. This has always felt like a very passionate project with lots of lore. But what I do want to talk about, because I don't have any answers, I'm just a wee lad. What I do want to talk about is, how do you fill the void in your heart that Gravity Falls has left in it? I got some stuff I think you should watch. First of all, if you haven't watched anything in the Helluva Boss Has Been Hotel universe, you should go check that out. It is a blast. It is the kind of like adult animated cartoon that just feels like the same people who would have watched Gravity Falls when it was originally coming out would really appreciate it this age. Something that I just adore is Dead End Paranormal Park, which was a graphic novel or a comic beforehand. It's got some amazing voice actors. It's very gay, very theme park, very ghosty. It's super cute too. I think those would both fill the Gravity Falls void in your heart. And now, that being said, you can always go back and rewatch Gravity Falls. Nobody's stopping you. You have free will. This is a free world. And I guess before I wrap this up, what would I want it to be? I would want a season 3 of Gravity Falls to be after some kind of a time jump. At least 1 year. I feel like the summer theme is super, super important within the show, and it just kind of feels weird that they would go back without some time having passed. It was also confirmed in the book that Dipper and Mabel's parents were getting a divorce, and that's kind of why they were sent away. So I feel like there would need to be some kind of event to trigger them returning to there. I would honestly love to see some kind of a time jump of them being in high school, some kind of like an It Chapter 2 type scenario of time has passed, but something is calling us to come back. Whether they're in high school, whether they're in college. I don't know. I think it would all be really, really compelling to see. So who knows? Gravity Falls, we love you, we miss you. I have the fondest memories of watching this with my brother, so I would love to see the show come back. But I also really respect and love when a show knows when it's time to end. And I wouldn't want to see it unless it was like content that would be mind-blowingly good. But let me know what you think. Do you guys want a new season? Where do you think this is all heading? Let me know in the comments below. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.